Good morning, students. In this topic of system of particles rotation motion, the cross product parts, few concept related points only, but it is required for the competitive exams. Cross product of vector or cross product or vector product already you know, C bar equal to A cross B, and C is perpendicular to both A and B. Magnitude of the resultant vector is C bar is magnitude equal to A cross B magnitude, which is equals to AB sin theta. Next, general problems required based on this is area of a triangle formed by the two vectors. If I given the two vectors A and B, and the triangle has three sides, third side not required for us. The two ends and joining of the two ends of the vector forms the third side. And area is equals to half into base into height is the formula we have. Sorry, heading I forgot to change. This is for PU1. Date area of triangle formed by two vectors A and B. Any two sides you are taken as the vectors. You will be giving a vectors as vector A bar is equals to 2i plus 3j plus 5k like this, and B bar also with the components they will give you, and you will be asked to find out the area. Area of the triangle formed by the A and B vectors is equals to half into, this is a modulus, means magnitude you have to find out, A cross B. With the help of the determinants you can take, or directly cross product terms you can also consider to calculate the value of A and B. Area is a vector we can take in some field concepts. If you take area as a vector, no, its direction is perpendicular to the surface, but here we are taking it as a magnitude, means scalar only. A bar is equals to AXI AYJ plus AZK. B bar is equals to BXI plus Byj plus Bzk. In terms of the components they will give you, you have to find out the area like this. What is the area formula you have is half into base into height for triangle. Half into base into height. Here base is magnitude of A, height is h. If you take the sin theta, opposite side by hypotenuse, that means it's a right angle triangle, h by b. Magnitudes only you take, sin theta is equals to h by b. So h is equals to b sin theta. Magnitude of A cross B, magnitude is nothing but equal to AB sin theta. So B sin theta is nothing but equal to H. A into H into half is nothing but area of a triangle. Similarly, next formula is area of a parallelogram with two sides A bar comma B bar. If you take the parallelogram, it has four sides. Opposite sides are the equal length, means equal magnitude and parallel. So it's called as a parallelogram. The angle between the two vectors is theta, and vertical height is nothing but equal to h. Area of the parallelogram is nothing but equal to A cross B magnitude you have to take, that means AB sin theta magnitude. B sin theta in terms of the h we can take, that is nothing but equal to one vector base into height, only way to take a half not required for this parallelogram. H is equals to B sin theta, same as before. Next is area of the parallelogram with diagonal vector. This is rarely asked question for the competitive exams. Diagonals are given as vectors in the forms, then area, magnitude of the area is nothing but equal to half into A cross B, similar to the triangle formula. Next, volume of the parallel piped. Volume of the parallel piped. This parallel piped is a three-dimensional structure, like even you can take this just it is a cuboid we can take, cube or cuboid. Cuboid are a special case of this parallel piped. It has four sides. You can take this corner as one vector A bar, and this as a B bar, this is a C bar. Length, breadth, height, like that we can take, but need not be exactly perpendicular like this. This is a special case we can take where the parallelogram has the opposite sides equal, but the angle between the vector sides is 9 degrees we are taking, but need not be 9 degrees, it can be inclined also. If you get like this, you will get the parallel piped. Parallel piped has four sides, all sides cross section like a parallelogram. It has a parallelogram cross sections, therefore it's called as a parallel piped. The 3-dimensional. So like this, for this length, half into base into height, length into breadth into height is the volume. No, similar case we consider in terms of the vectors. 3 sides. Where parallelepiped is found by the 3 sides vectors A bar, B bar, C bar. Then volume is given by the formula A dot B cross C. You can write this also as B cross C dot A. Or you can take A cross B dot C, like that also we can consider, but they have to be careful with the angles given there. This may be mentioned as volume as magnitude. You have to take it as a magnitude finally. But anyway, this result will be B cross C is a vector. Dot product with A bar is nothing but equal to scalar only. So not compulsory to take the mod here. But here, for these cases and for this case, it's compulsory to take the modulus. This is a modulus, not a bracket. Means scalar quantity, final result. This can be mentioned as ABC like this, or BCA or CBA, like that we can take A cross B dot C, but angles based on that you need to consider. This is a parallelepiped. If you take A and B, the angle between them is say alpha, 2 sides. A cross B is nothing but equal to perpendicular to both A and B, that is A cross B. The angle between A cross B and C is a theta. Then A cross B magnitude is AB cos alpha, which is perpendicular to both A and B. Theta is angle between AB and C, and cos theta. Cos theta is nothing, this is a theta, means this is also theta, is a vertical direction, vertical to this bottom plane. That is a plane containing A and B, it means. This is vertical to this A and B. Cos theta is nothing but equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, means H by C. This is C vector. C bar. A bar, B bar, C bar, 3 sides vectors. Cos theta equal to H by C, H is equals to C cos theta. So we take it as A dot B cross C. Here we can take A cross B dot C. In this formula what I take is A cross B dot C. A cross B dot C. Then A cross B, whatever the resultant comes, no, that will be here. Dot C means the angle between these two is going to be cos theta. Magnitude of the A cross B is some vector we take, for example is a D bar dot C bar. The angle between these two is equals to theta, we take it. The result is D into magnitude sub D into magnitude of C into cos theta. Most probably parallelepiped volume, where JEE main only competitive exams they will ask, not even for KSET also. But area of the triangle can be asked for the NEET and rarely for the set, KSET. In this, they may give the components of the vectors. 1 or 2 problems will work out. Example problems based on these formulae. I just give you the hint or work out the problems completely. Examples. Find the area of triangle formed by A bar is equals to I plus 3j plus k. B bar is equals to I plus 2j plus 2k. In assignments, they are the displacement, so we can take in meters. Area means meter square, assignments means meter. A value is meters, B is meters. Origin, area magnitude half into A cross B. You can take 2A plus 3J plus K cross I plus 2J plus 2K, or I am taking the determinant form into I, J, K. This is 2, 3, 1. A first components, next is B components, that is coefficients 1, 2, 2. This is equals to half into I into magnitude we need to consider at the end. We are taking only for the vector forms first. So magnitude of I into 3 to the 6 minus 2. Next J minus J plus minus plus J into 2 to the 4 diagonal you have to take. 4 minus 1 into 1 is 2. Next is plus K. K into cover this, these two, 2 to the 4 minus 3. Okay, modulus. This is equals to 6 minus 2, 4i. This is equals to half into modulus 4i minus 4 minus 1 is 3 minus 3j. Here it is 4 minus 3 is 1, 1k plus k, which is equals to magnitude of this you need to consider. Magnitude means under root of 4 square plus 3 square plus 1 square. Half into under root of 4 square plus minus 3 square plus 1 square, which is equals to half into under root of 16 plus 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 16 is 26. Half under root 26. This one you calculated it meters square. I am leaving that part to you. Instead of giving like this, they may give you in the same way. You have to calculate the area of the parallelogram and volumes also. Dot product you have to take for the volume of the parallel pipe. I am not giving you that now. While we are working out the competitive exams classes, that time we will discuss it. But this can be given in terms of the coordinates instead of giving the complete vectors. What they give is, they need not be at this point. Starting point may not be at the origin compulsorily. It can be have that's a coordinates also. It can be away from the origin also. It can be 2 dimensions. It can be 3 dimensions. Coordinates. You can also take example 2. Only hint I will give for this. You may be given the coordinates of the vector A points. This is a vector B. Here the point P I will take. Coordinates 2, 0, 4. Here 3, 2, 3, 4. Here can be 4, 6, 8. If they give the coordinates like this, what is a vector? Is a triangle you want. A bar becomes equal to final minus initial you have to take. That is nothing but equal to 2 minus 2 of I. I didn't put the caps for ij case. It's just not compulsory for these problems. But you have to be careful. They are unit vectors. I 2 minus 2 I 3 final minus initial 3 minus 0 of j 4 minus 4. So I will change the values plus 4 minus 4 of k. So this will turn out to be 0 I, only 3j it comes, means only along the y axis, but I am changing these values so that 0 do not come. This is, I will take it as a 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. This also 3 minus 0 is okay. This is a 4 minus, I will take it as a 6. 6 minus 4k. A bar becomes equal to 3 minus 2 is 1, that means I. This plus 3j, 6 minus 4 is 2 plus 2k. If they give the coordinates like this, endpoints, you have to take the vectors and then proceed as before. Next, B bar, A is equals to 4 minus 2 into I, 4 minus 2 into I, 6 minus 0 plus 6 minus 0 of j plus 8 minus 4 of k, which is equals to 2i plus 6j plus 4k. Meters. So area of triangle is equals to half into A cross B modulus, same as before you have to take. If similarly for the parallelogram law also they may give the coordinates, so we check up the procedure. In the textbook problems, if I have skipped any problem, they are required only for the competitive exams. Right now I am skipping those problems. If you work out, if you have any doubts, you can ask me online anytime. If you want to work out other problems, but they are only for competitive exams, so not compulsory to work out. But I will discuss similar problems or those problems also while doing the CET class, while taking the CET classes. Next is vertical circular motion. Linked to the same topic, it is not there for your syllabus completely, but concepts are given, questions in the topics, different topics. So we have to discuss some points related to that. Vertical circular motion. If you take this weight suspended to the string, it's like a pendulum. We can take the pendulum is also trying to rotate in a vertical circular motion. For small angles only, we consider as a simple harmonic motion. If you take the large angles, it is trying to move in a circular path. It is unable to complete the vertical circular motion. So if I rotate this like this, it is going up and down. The object going up and down in a circular path, it is called as a vertical circular motion. This is a vertical circular motion. In the previous cases, if any circle taken on the horizontal parallel to the ground, called as a horizontal circular motion. So if I rotate a horizontal to the ground, it is called as a horizontal circle, parallel to the ground we are taking. And tension in the string is provide the necessary centripetal force. In case if I am taking this object to move in up and down, what is happening here is when it goes up, mgh, potential energy increases. How much increases potential energy compared to bottom is, h is a radius, here also radius, total is diameter of the circle. So mgh, h becomes equal to diameter of the circular path. Object moving up and down in a circular path. The plane of the circle is perpendicular to the ground, that is called as a vertical circular motion. This is the bottommost point, point A I will take, topmost point will take it as a B. And tension A is the center of the circle, this is going to be the radius, this is also radius. Here potential energy, reference potential is starting point, if you take it as 0, this total height is h. So from A to B potential energy increases equal to mgh. In this there are two cases, one is constant speed, non-constant speed. Generally what we discuss is non-constant speed, where it is going upwards, so the speed decreases compared to the bottom point. So here at any point what is the direction of velocity along the tangent is a bottommost point. Topmost point here the velocity is vb, you can take v1, I will take it as a v2. when the object goes from top to bottom, we are taking the non-uniform speeds, means as it goes up, potential energy increases and kinetic energy decreases. What is the potential energy increase? Equal to mg into h equal to 2r, and kinetic energy decrease nothing but equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, means half m v2 square by half m v1 square. Next is tension in the string. Tension in the string at this bottommost point, when weight is downwards, the weight is mg is acting downwards, and centrifugal force, which is a pseudo force, is acting downward, that is equals to mv square by r. And topmost point, weight is also acting downwards, but pseudo force is acting away from the center of the circle. The topmost point B equal to mv square by r. This v is v2, here v is v1. As it is going from bottom to top, the potential energy increases and kinetic energy decreases. A is bottom point, B is top point, topmost point you can take. A to B, as it moves, change in potential energy equal to change in kinetic energy. This is decreases, this is increases. That is mgh is equals to half m v1 square minus half m v2 square you have to take. To complete the vertical circle, and the tensions, if you check up, the tensions here in the center is provided centripetal force. It should balance the downward weight. So this is going to be tension at the bottom is T1. Tension at the top is equals to T2. Mg is acting downwards. So if you check up the tensions at the bottom and top, tension itself centripetal force T1 equal to mg plus mv1 square by r. Top tension T2 equal to, this is a tension T2. T2 and weight is also acting downwards. Tension is towards the center because that is the centripetal force. T2 plus mg here, T2 plus mg is equals to mv2 square by r, or T2 is equals to mv2 square by r minus mg, because mg is opposed to these directions. Minimum tension at the top, T2 is just equal to 0, or T2 is greater than 0. Minimum condition means T2 must be greater than 0. Tension is required means centripetal force is required. If tension is not, that means string is loose, the stone will fall down. So tension should be, minimum condition we take is T2 equal to 0. It should be greater than 0. It should actually required is greater than 0. Minimum condition is equal to 0. If you make this T2 equal to 0, what you get, it is equals to V2 equal to root of GR. Mg, this T2 is 0, Mg equal to mv square by mm cancels. So V2 minimum is equals to root of GR. This is the velocity required at the top part, topmost point. Minimum on top. To complete the vertical circular motion, it should be more than this, minimum or equal to, or V2 greater than equal to root of GR. Minimum means critical value. This critical value is root of GR. If you substitute this term in the second case also, or change in kinetic energy, this condition if you take, mm cancels here, h is nothing but equal to here, h height raised from here to here, h is equals to 2r. Substitute this values if you take, and V1, V2 if you substitute here, minimum condition, minimum velocity at bottom for vertical circular motion. Completion of the vertical circle is V1 is equals to root of phi gr. You will get to, these are the minimum conditions, or it can be more than this, V1 greater than root of phi gr. Other conditions, critical conditions for commutative purpose we could discuss. Minimum condition required at the bottommost point is root of phi gr, topmost point is root of gr. Just is to complete the vertical circle. If it is otherwise, it cannot complete the vertical circle. So if you take like this, that going up and downwards. If the velocity is not sufficient, it falls downwards. If it's loose, string is loose means no tension. String is there, tight means tension is there. So topmost point, that much velocity is required. You will find this in the circus globes. The motorcyclist moving in the circular globe, When it reaches to the topmost point, it will be reverse directions. The person will be reversed standing. He won't fall down because of the centrifugal force pushing him away from the center. For the completion of this vertical circular motion, they will take turns in the bottom to have enough velocity depending on the radius. These velocities are independent of the mass. At the bottommost point, velocity required is root of I g r depending on the radius. Less radius, less velocity is sufficient, but more radius means more velocity required. With the sufficient velocity at the bottom means it will complete the vertical circular motion. At the topmost point, it won't fall down if it has sufficient velocity at the bottom, root of I g r, at the topmost point, root of g r, neglecting the friction. But friction is there means some energy loss will be there. Due to reason, velocity should be more than this. Minimum condition is this equal to. Otherwise, it should be more than that condition you have to take. Same thing, aeroplane also complete the vertical circular motion. At the topmost point, it is not falling means the velocity required at the highest point should be equal to root of phi g r. Even if you are traveling on the speed breakers, road breakers, it's called as speed breakers. Actually, our speed breakers should be properly designed. It was designed by the physics scientist, physics professor in the USA University. When the motorcyclists or vehicles are coming, they should be sticking to this surface. It is like a circular motion only. It should not run away. In that case, the velocity required at this point, based on this vertical circle only, we have to consider. It is just like the bridges are the convex surface. Bridges can be of the concave surface. Bridges are of the convex surface also. Convex surface problem is that centrifugal force acts away. The vehicle jumps. If the velocity exceeds root of g r at the highest point. So at the highest point, velocity should be equal to root of g r. If it is more than that, it will jump out of the surface. It should be less than this. Equal to this, then only it will stick to the surface and goes. If the speed exceeds, it jump into the air. Bottom, if the curvature road is down, no problem here because centrifugal force is acting away from the center downwards. If the weight happens to be increasing here, the weight happens to be decreasing here. Topmost point velocity weight decreases happen to because of centrifugal force decreases, the weight resultant weight happen to be decreases. The tension down, normal reaction downward decreases. So if the person is moving in this vertical circular motion like that, at the highest point the apparent weight decreases, at the bottommost point apparent weight increases. Even in the case of giant wheel in the exhibitions, you will find that effect. Okay, we will stop now. This topic is finished. Next topic I am going to take up is kinetic theory of gases or units and measurements. I will see what I have to take. I will decide with, after discussing with Kalyan sir.